First thing you're going to do is clean your nails of any dirt or past fingernail polish. I'm using acetone to go ahead and do that. Next, I'm taking a fingernail file just to make sure my nails are the correct shape and height that I need. And I'm using this is actually for eyelashes, but I can't find my cuticle pusher right now, so I'm using this to push back my cuticles. And then using a different nail file, I am buffing out the top of my nails. This is what they should look like when you're done. And using that same acetone puff, I'm going to go ahead and clear the debris from the buffing. Now it's time to pick out your nails. I go through and I size each of my nails to the nail tips that matches it. This is actually way too big. I went back and changed that off camera. But especially when you're doing coffin shaped nails, you kind of want to do a nail tip that's a little bit too small. Doesn't necessarily cover the entire nail plate. That really helps with the shape. You'll see how it helps later. When you're shaping it up, it makes it easier to get that kind of triangle shape. Not quite a claw, but you know, a coffin. I'm using the Kiss Maximum Speed nail glue to glue the tips on. It says it dries in 5 seconds. I hold it for about 10. Push on the middle first and then make sure I really grip the sides. You really want to make sure that your sides are well pressed so that there is no lifting. This is about what it should look like with all the tips on. Kind of crazy. Way too long for me anyway. I know some people that do get their nails done like this. More power to them. So I'm just going to use regular house scissors to cut these down. I just eyeball it. I don't really have any way to measure per se, but I do kind of measure them against each other and make sure they're pretty even. And this is how it should look in the end. Using those same house scissors, I'm cutting off the sides to kind of go ahead and start forming that coffin shape. This just helps kind of speed up the filing process. As you can see, it's not a perfect shape, but it does get you a lot closer than starting off with the straight box. Now it's time to file. This is the most tedious part of doing your own nails at home. I am going to invest in a file drill file. I'm not sure how to say it. But this takes way too long. But the end result is gorgeous. Now it's time to apply the acrylic. I'm using the Kiss acrylic liquid and the acrylic powder. Also using the cute little brush that they provided in the kit. Just going to dip it in the liquid, tap off the excess, dip a small bit into the powder, and then apply it to the nail. I do, excuse me, I do little by little. If you saw in my last video, I kind of went full speed ahead and did a big glob and it turned out awful. So I've learned from that mistake and I just do little by little. The end result is a nice, smooth, even texture that I don't have to buff out too much. See, with the little by little method, it already kind of naturally creates a smooth, even texture that I don't have to buff out too much, but I am still gonna buff out. But I think they look pretty good, especially for no buffing, no filing. But that's what I'm gonna head and do right now. Gonna head and file them, just kind of reshape, make sure the acrylic is in shape and formation, and buff out the top as needed so that it's nice and even. And I accidentally deleted the next few clips, but I just went ahead, dusted off the powder, covered with clear, and that's it. White tips French set at home.